This is Natalie, and I am here with my daughter, Noelle. Say hi.
Hi.
And with Evan. Say hi.
Hi.
And we got a few questions for them about this awesome trip we just had. So my first question is, what was your favorite ride?
I know what was my favorite ride. It was the Banshee.
The Banshee Flight of Passage was your favorite?
Yes.
Yeah. And how about you, Evan? What was your favorite?
Cat.
What was your favorite?
Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh
And you'll hear all of their favorites coming up, Geekin' on Walt Disney World.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Welcome home, Disney World geeks. This week on the show, Natalie and I finish her jam-packed first-time trip report to Walt Disney World on episode 208 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family Podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast that will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I'm so excited you're here with us, listening to our show, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' family. Join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' family members all around the world. We take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' family, so come join us in our love for Walt Disney World and each other, and I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. And if you don't find something to try on your next vacation with this trip report, you're really not going to, because Natalie and her family just had a jam-packed trip. We did part 1 on the last episode. We followed up with part 2, and there is so many fun things that they did. Let's take a look at what the highlights are for this trip that was 10 days long, and it was at one of my favorite resorts, the Polynesian Resort, and some of my favorite places to eat, like the Crystal Palace. They went there for breakfast. They really took advantage of the pirate adventure. They really enjoyed that. Natalie goes into some great detail about that. They had some really good adult time too, and one of the things they did was some babysitting services. One we talked about in the last episode, we had someone come to the room, and this time they tried the Lilo's Playhouse, which the kids really, at first they were a little anxious to go to, but when they got in there, they found that it is awesome and it's on the Polynesian property. So that is great and convenient. This was so much fun to hear a newbie's reaction to all the attractions for the first time. I really enjoyed talking with Natalie and working with her through this trip. It's been a lot of fun, and hey, they have some great times back at the resort with the restaurants and the pool area, and even hula lessons. I wish I could have done that at the Polynesian, but it's the Polynesian. It's a fun place to be. They did get at least one day, and they also go over to the 1900 Park Fair experience, which they really enjoyed. That said, it was one of the best character experiences that they had on the trip. And when you've got a princess, you got to bring them over to the Bippity Boppity Boutique. And they did that and dressed up Noelle as Belle. And it's really good when you can dress up your daughter to go see Enchanted Tales with Belle. And they do that, and they have a great experience there with Mom and daughter Cinderella's royal table meal. Of course, why not eat in the castle too? Because we're doing everything on this trip. They enjoy that. They go over to Tusker House for breakfast. Mama and I and Judy and Ken, boy, we did this breakfast, and it's a great character meal. I highly recommend that also. They tried even the dessert parties. They did the Happily Ever After dessert party, and this is the first time they're seeing that show, and thought that that was well worth the extra cost and great viewing of the fireworks and show. And can you believe they finished this all off with Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? And Natalie did just a fantastic job preparing for this trip, doing all her research, even learning how to sew and to put together their costumes. Great pictures are on the Facebook group for that. And they did the Moana meet and greet, which Moana is really tough to see in the parks, and it's a long wait. But she says it was worth it. They had the kids go out with Dad out enjoying some other attractions while a couple of the moms sat back and waited in line. Moms are good for that. I remember my mom doing that years and years ago at Hershey Park, waiting in the rain for us to get on one of those big rides. All right. Well, we also talked to Natalie quickly before we finish up about the mistakes that maybe she made in her planning. That's kind of interesting because it was her first time. And then taking a look at what she really did right and what she thinks she did that really made the trip special. And boy, we just had a fantastic little mini report that Natalie did with the kids. It's the cutest recordings that I think I've ever had on the podcast. So enjoy this, guys. Let's go down one more time with Natalie and her family to the Polynesian Resort and Disney World for the first time with newbies. Well, Natalie, it's not often that I need to record two separate nights with a trip report, but you're in that category. And it's great. We recorded for like an hour and a half. And what did we get? Like, I think halfway through?
Yeah, it was about halfway.
Well, remind everybody what kind of trip this was. You'd never been to Disney World before. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is definitely a first time trip and a long one, a 10-day trip on top of that.
That's right. And you did, how long did you prepare for this trip?
4 years. 4 long years.
Say that again?
I watched all my coworkers, all my friends, and all of them just up and go to Disney World, and I was waiting for 4 years to have my turn, and I had my turn finally.
I know, because you're a Disney lover. You couldn't wait. Were you waiting for the kids to get a little bit old enough too?
Yeah, waiting to be out of the diaper phase, and and also wanted to go for my daughter's birthday, so that was kind of my mind because the birthday kind of aligned with the Halloween party, and I thought that would all be very fun time of year to go. But it was a little bit later than we had originally planned, but worked out. We were finally glad to go and have this trip.
How old are the kids?
So my daughter is 7. She turned 7 on the second day of the trip, and Evan is 4.5.
Right, and I'm so excited. You emailed me a little audio file of you being the podcaster with them being the guests. That we're going to save that for the end, but I want to review that because you did a great job capturing that moment of their likes and their food. Very geeking to talk about food during the podcast recording. So
the food in.
That is one of the cutest recordings I've ever heard. So you guys will have to wait till the end. We'll play that back and comment on that. But it sounds like they had a great time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Dad went too, I hope.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Now, he had never been either. He had been to SeaWorld once and had never been to Disney World. So it was new for all of us.
And you had, I told everybody when we did a pre-trip report, there's an episode there that we talked through all the things that you had planned. And let's take a little look back. What were some of the things that we already talked about? I know that you went, first thing, when you went to Magic Kingdom for the first time, you did one of the tours there, didn't you?
Yep, the Family Magic Tour. We did that on my daughter's birthday. It was kind of a fun little scavenger hunt, kind of adventure through the park where we were collecting all of these lost things to return to talking Mickey at the end of the tour. So it's kind of a little adventure for the kids.
Which is a little abnormal for people to try a tour their first day in Magic Kingdom ever.
Yeah.
That means that you did a lot of great research, I guess. But you also did, that first day you went really hard. You had a little rough spots. I know your son got a little ill, but you ended up, he came back strong. You did the Star Wars dessert party, right?
Yes.
And you guys are big Star Wars people too, right?
We are big Star Wars fans. Yeah, we wanted to do as much of the meet and greets, the Star Wars meet and greets and Star Tours, which I was thrilled when my daughter ended up loving Star Tours, and we had to ride it over and over again. And that happy mom, happy dad.
That's great. And what else were some of the big? I'm trying to. Of course, we had the Food and Wine Festival going on.
Yes. Yep, the food and wine. So my kids actually stayed. We did the in-room babysitting, and my husband and I got some time out at Epcot on our own and just enjoyed the Food and Wine Festival. And it wasn't enough time that we could only do so many of the booths, but it was delicious, and we love food, so that was great.
I found that very interesting that you used a service that actually had a babysitter come to the room that was a service not provided by Disney, but from an outside company, right?
Yeah, authorized by Disney.
Right.
But yeah, not technically through Disney. Yeah, and it was a very good experience. I definitely felt very comfortable with the person they sent out. Yeah, overall, really, really fantastic. And the kids absolutely loved her, but the goal of that night was for them to get to bed early and for us to kind of have a little free time out. And they did, and they got a good night's rest, and that's exactly what they needed after 2 very full days. Again,
great planning on your part. And knowing, we talked about this, Natalie, when we first got together, and I saw your itinerary. I was worried how much you had jam-packed in there, but did you also put in enough downtime for you guys?
I think almost enough. I think that it's hard, right? You got to balance the want to go and do everything in the parks and the downtime. And so I did plan a day off in the middle of the trip, and then I planned a little bit more time off for the kids. But I think I really would have, to balance the trip a little bit more, I think for 10 days, I would have preferred to have 2 full days off. Yep. I think it would have been a better balance.
All right. Well, last time we were talking, when we finished off, we were at the Animal Kingdom. You did Rivers of Light. You did the Tree of Life Awakening. You actually did some Cali River Rapids too before that. Tiffin's. You had some great restaurants too. We always want to talk about food and tell stories when we're doing our trip reports. So let's get into, this is October 20th, and you had extra magic hours in Magic Kingdom?
Yeah. So we started off first thing in the morning, and we actually got over to Tomorrowland Speedway because I'd heard that one can get very slow or backed up queues. So we got over there, and we didn't wait too long, maybe 10 minutes or so, and we were there right away too. So there was already a little bit of a wait. But after, and that was fun. The kids, of course, kids always love that ride, that one, that style of ride.
Right.
Though those little cars are kind of hard to steer, even for the adults. They bounce around a lot.
Right.
But after Tomorrowland Speedway, man, that we were able to knock out so many rides one after another because there just weren't waits. And it was so awesome. We went to Astro Orbiter, the Mad Hatter Teacups, Dumbo. We rode that twice. They just let us stay on Dumbo a couple times, and we didn't have to get off because there was just not enough people to bother.
Do you remember, was it like an 8 o'clock opening?
Yeah, it was 8 o'clock opening.
We like to do, Mom and I, we always, people have different strategies, but you're right. If you can get, especially extra magic hours, get there early. We like to do Fantasyland first also. Well, you did a little bit of Tomorrowland there, but kind of moved into the Fantasyland area. You found it to be pretty empty then at that time of hour, right?
Yeah, I was actually not expecting it to be that empty, and the way we could just get on rides, and there was little to no wait. I mean, it was a little bit spoiling for the kids to, they were started to expect that.
It's a great tip.
Yeah, and then we did Barnstormer, It's a Small World, and then and we crammed that all in before, I think it was about 9:40 when we finished all that.
Well, it's great actually, even better for young families like yours, because a lot of families just can't get the kids out of bed and get them there early enough. You notice that it starts filling up right around 9, 10 o'clock, it gets really crowded, and that's when everybody's there. And then you're moving on to something else that's still not that crowded, right?
Yeah, it definitely. We just were in school mode, and so we were kind of keeping the kids to the usual schedule of if we were at home.
Oh, so, that's good.
6 to 6:20 a.m. wake up and just kind of go with that.
Nice. It wasn't hard to do that. That's great. And you did have a breakfast that I think is really popular with geekin' families. What breakfast did you do?
So we did Crystal Palace, and this was such a huge hit with all of us. It was fantastic. The food, the puffed French toast, cinnamon rolls and cobblers, and that buffet was amazing, and it was so beautiful inside.
Good point. People don't talk about how beautiful it is in there. It's
so big and open, and just so much glass, windows and like kind of a gardeny feel. And I don't know, it is beautiful. So it was really fantastic. And the kids loved the food. I loved the food. That puffed French toast was probably my favorite.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. And we got to meet Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore. And we were told that Tigger had to stay in the 100-acre wood that day, so we didn't get to meet him.
That's sad. Tigger is one of my favorites. Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't make it.
We're a little disappointed about that, but that's okay. We got it. I think that made the breakfast a little bit shorter too, so it was one less character. But it was really great. The character interactions were really, really great.
Yeah. Did you find I think we always tell people, if you want to meet characters, do a character meal.
Yeah.
And that's a great time to see the characters. So the kids probably had a great time with those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that a lot of times these character meals, they would say to plan on 60 to 90 minutes. I think some of them said plan on 90 minutes for these meals. And we never experienced a meal that went that long in order to see all the characters.
Okay.
We found the characters actually moved through fairly quickly, and all of them. And for us, that was fine. I think maybe that might be a complaint that some people would have, that maybe it's not enough, but I kind of want to get moving, especially after an hour the kids are ready to get moving. I'm not sure we could have waited 90 minutes.
Yeah, right. Was it crowded in there for breakfast?
Pretty crowded. Yeah, it was 10 a.m. when we went.
Okay.
So it was pretty much like, I think, the full house.
Yeah, gotcha. And then on to meet another character I see.
Yeah, so we were actually on our way to Country Bear Jamboree, and we just walked around the corner, and there was Mary Poppins. And my daughter especially loves Mary Poppins, and so we thought, wow, the line is hardly there. So we just kind of jumped in line. I think we were just the second one in line, and we got to kind of go in and meet her. And so that was unexpected, and we just kind of went with the flow there. It was nice and unexpected. And then we went over to the Country Bear Jamboree, which was a lot of, and the Enchanted Tiki Room, which was pretty cool. Now, my husband was saying that he actually, when we lined up in the queue area for the Enchanted Tiki Room, and then the birds started singing outside, that he thought that was the show. Like there wasn't any more to that.
Wow. He was greatly impressed then when they did the full show.
Yeah, so there was a lot more to it than just the outside area. But it was kind of interesting to have like a little pre-show outside, and then they take you in.
Right. So I'm glad you liked those. Did you have like a touring plan for these days? Did you?
Yeah. In general, I did, and I stuck to it. How much did I stick to it? Maybe like 60%.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah, so I think that there were just times when you're walking by a ride and you say, well, there's no wait, I need to go jump in that line. And often what would happen is we actually fit in more than I think the touring plan we had kind of showed that we would be able to fit in, because the wait times were so low.
Oh, good.
And so there were times when I actually had, like in this case, this day, I had a fast pass for It's a Small World at noon. But we were able to fit it in. We got so much done in the morning that we fit it in even before we'd had our breakfast.
Yeah.
So I was able to cancel that fast pass and get something else for later in the day, which was just,
good for you.
Bonus.
Good for you. You're working it like a veteran, we said, and that's great. And you took advantage of the child swap too, right? Because your son wasn't always big enough to ride some of the things, right?
Now this particular day, not as much, just because he was big enough for all these things. He Barnstormer and Astro Orbiter were kind of a little bit of a stretch for him, being 4. Surprisingly, I didn't think Astro Orbiter would be an issue, but that actually goes a little bit fast, and it's pretty high up. So he liked it. But he was not wanting to go on it again. And Barnstormer was very similar, just a little bit faster than he would prefer. So anything bigger than what you could imagine Barnstormer and Astro Orbiter was not his cup of tea. He didn't want anything to do with it.
Okay. So you so Mom and Noelle, right? Did all the big ones?
Yeah. So we would go. So like later we ended up doing Big Thunder Mountain, and we would try to trade off. So there were some days when Dad would take Evan back to the resort, and then I would stay with Noelle, or the other way where I'd take Evan back and my husband would stay with Noelle just to do a couple more things.
Okay, good. And we got to remind everybody where you were staying.
Oh, the Polynesian.
Yeah, so very convenient to the Magic Kingdom, obviously.
Yeah, it is. It was a fantastic choice. My husband and I continue to talk about the Polynesian and how I'm not sure we could go somewhere else. We want to go somewhere else, but we kind of have to go back to the Polynesian.
You've heard me say where my favorite resort is, right?
Yes.
So it is the Polynesian too. And I was someone was on the Facebook group this week, and they're staying for the first time at the Polynesian, and they said they're ruined. It's all over.
Right. And I just didn't feel like I got enough time there. Even after 10 days, there was more to explore, more to do, and I didn't get to do it all. So.
Yeah, that's funny because our third trip to Disney World as a family was at the Polynesian, which is nice. We went at Christmas time for 10 nights and New Year's.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah, and we got a really good deal on an annual pass discount. That goes back many years though. And that's what ruined me too. It's like that kind of put my mindset on DVC one day. So
I could believe that.
Right. So I mean, I love all of the other resorts too, but there's something about the Polynesian.
Well, we'll have to do some of the other ones at some point because I know we're going back.
You got the bug a little bit. Yep.
The second time, I don't know if we could do anything else. We'll have to see when the time comes.
You got to try. I'd recommend the Beach Club next time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try the Epcot Resort area.
Okay.
That's my other. I love Bay Lake Tower, where my home resort is, for its convenient to Magic Kingdom and the monorail. Mm-hmm. And I love the Beach Club for its proximity to Epcot. So those are my top three favorites.
Oh, yeah.
So those ones I would go with. All right, let's see. We were still in the Magic Kingdom. Anything? Oh, you did.
So while my son had left for the afternoon, my daughter and I decided we wanted to do a Pirate's Adventure.
Yeah.
So we went over and got our map, and we started kind of walking around Adventureland trying to find these little skulls that we would activate with our magic band, right. And something would happen. And it was, of all the in-park games we played, this probably was the most fun.
That's great. I'm so glad you knew about this. And Lindsay and I have talked about it. We enjoy this too. And so you knew where to go and you knew how and what to do. And that's, did you finish the whole adventure? We
made it through. So just that first day, I think we did one or two maps. I think we did 2 maps that first day.
Okay.
And, wow. And that was good. We wanted to save a little bit for Evan being with us again at some point because we were having so much fun with it, and we thought, wow, he's gonna really like to.
So you did things. You did one full map, and then you went back and got another one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's great. I don't know how many do they have over there. Do you? I
think they have 6.
Yeah. Okay.
And I had heard that after the 3rd one that you might get fast passes for.
Yeah, we did. We had we had 3 people in our party. I don't know if that mattered, but we got fast passes when we completed the adventure.
That complicated. That ended a little complicated for us, so we didn't get any fast passes. We actually finished on our very last day and finished our third map, but their system went down and they shut the little hut where you get the maps. Oh. And so we were hanging out because we thought this should still be open. It hadn't, because the Halloween party was that night, that we should be able to at least turn in and get our little, you get a little completion card, know. Yep. And someone comes out and she said, "Oh, our systems are down. We're hoping they'll be up and there's like 10 minutes left till they close for the party." And I'm thinking, "You're going to be back up in 10 minutes?" And she's like, "We're hoping to be." And I was like, "Well, we can't wait. Unfortunately, we had other things to do." And I really doubted they were going to be back up in time. And there wouldn't have been enough time if we had gotten some fast passes anyway. We wouldn't have been able to use them. Okay. So I'm like, "Oh, we're not too worried about it." And so she gave us the card anyway. And she even offered to give us all the maps just for souvenirs. But kind of nice. But we didn't get to, unfortunately, that meant, we didn't get to do the pirate. Oh, what's that? The pirate ride. What is that one called?
Pirates of the Caribbean? Pirates of the
Caribbean. Yeah. So we didn't get to do that one as a result. So we're kind of hoping on those fast passes, but we just didn't get done.
Was the ride did it have a long line like when you went by it a few times?
We had, so again, this was at the end of the trip. So we had our sight set on something else. Okay. And we needed to go get in line for a character.
Oh.
So, and I didn't think that Pirates of the Caribbean was going to be quite as high on my kids' list than some of the other Halloween events that we're starting to pick up that late.
All right. So are we going to hear that later on here?
Yeah.
All right. We'll save for that. But I think we were talking last time too. You did some of the Sorcerer of the Magic Kingdom, right? So this is your second time through?
So we also did that. So every time we were leaving the park, we would try and do a few portals, and then we would get our pack of our booster packs of cards as we were kind of heading out for the afternoon. We were in Magic Kingdom 5 times over the course of the trip, and we had a park hopper, so they weren't like 5 whole days. They were 5 half days usually.
Yeah, you bounced around a lot.
We did bounce around a lot, but that was kind of nice for Sources of Magic Kingdom because you don't have to be there full day to get your booster pack, so you just have to do at least one portal and they'll give you a booster pack. So we tried to get as many of those. I think at 4 out of the 5 days we remembered to get booster packs. So nice. We got quite a number of cards.
How many cards in a booster pack?
I think it was 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. Lindsay likes to save those and collect those.
Yeah.
She knows more about it than I do.
Yeah, that was fun too. I think that in a comparison of the games, the Pirates Adventure kind of like the environment really changed. And sometimes it even was startling. Like my daughter at one point thought they were actually firing little blow darts at us.
Right.
And she actually ran behind me.
Right. Yeah.
And like you could feel the wind and feel like they were, and it was, she actually got startled. And there was just all these little things that would happen. And then everyone would just stop everyone around you would stop and look like, what are they doing? How do they, we had people ask us, how do we do that? What are you doing?
That's right. It's pretty cool that a lot of people that are in that area don't know that this game even exists. It's so well hidden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I also like that it had a smaller footprint. So when you're running around in a very smaller area than Sorcerers of Magic Kingdom, which could be all over the place. And sometimes we found the Sorcerers of Magic Kingdom maps really hard to decipher because we just don't know Magic Kingdom quite as well, and they're very abstract looking maps. And we found the Pirates Adventure a little bit more detailed for us to really find these things very easily.
Yep, very true. Well, I had Lindsay with me. She shows me where everything is. Yeah. She lived there for last spring.
I don't know why I had a little trouble with Fantasyland. I would get turned around and
really?
Didn't have it in my head. I didn't have it mapped out quite correctly. So I don't know why that was. The rest of it was fine.
You'll be an expert next time for sure.
Maybe.
All right. Let's see. You did a resort break a little bit.
Yes. So we head back to the resort. We always try to have our naps, and that never happens. Then we headed out at 4:30 to Lilo's Playhouse, the child activity center in the Polynesian.
Yes.
And again, after a couple days, kids are getting kind of tired, and we thought this would be kind of a fun activity for them that's not necessarily just staying in their room, but, very entertaining. And and then kind of lets us also kind of have some another evening on our own. And initially, I had planned on just one day, kind of for Food and Wine Festival, and then when Pandora opened, I thought a second evening where we could explore, the glowing nighttime in Pandora and Flight of Passage. Back when I was kind of planning all this out, I did not know, actually up until the time it came for my daughter to actually get on Flight of Passage, I did not know if she was going to be allowed on because she was right at that height limitation.
Okay.
And so I wanted to make sure that we had our chance to do Flight of Passage and really just enjoy that park, and knowing that the kids may or may not, or I knew my son wouldn't be able to go on that ride. So, and again, kind of give them a little bit of downtime. I don't know how much downtime Lilo's Playhouse is, other than I think they end the evening with some movies, so that at least is quiet.
Yeah. And
at first, my kids didn't really want to go. They just didn't know at all what it was.
Yeah.
As soon as they saw this place, they were like, bye. Bye.
Oh, yeah. It was fun.
They were gone. It was a very cool. They had a little castle set up. They had dress up. They had all this stuff for them to do. And they loved it. They had a visit from Chippendale.
Oh, wow.
And they they got dinner, they had crafts and movie time, and
yeah, they were done with you.
They were.
We're good.
They were just perfectly fine. And
this make me think, Natalie. I think I got two things I was just thinking about. One is you were like us, where we were adults. We had never been to Disney World before, and we wanted to have as much fun as the kids.
Oh yeah.
Right. The one thing I was always concerned about, and I don't know if you had this, if this happened for you, but did you ever have any time where the kids were just like totally screaming, crying, carrying on? Did you have any of those moments? So
we didn't have like
meltdowns,
all out tantrums, but we did have occasionally some persistent whining, never ending whining, that kind of from exhaustion, I'm sure. And at one point, we did have to do a in-park timeout with my son, just to get him to calm down. Okay. And it was not our usual at-home timeout. It was, okay, come sit with mommy on this bench for a little bit, and we're just going to sit here for a little bit together. So it wasn't like a typical timeout. It was just we are walking somewhere, okay, we're stopping, and we're going to sit here for a while because you're kind of, not quite in the right frame of mind. And so we did. And that was a little bit of torture, and there was lots of crying, but we got through it, and then he snapped right out of it. So it seemed to do the trick, but that was probably the closest we came to, some, and it was fine. I mean, halfway expect that to happen with young children, knowing that they're very tired.
Well, we warned you of that, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I knew it was going to happen sometime. And if it was going to happen, it was probably pretty mild.
Well, it sounds like, it wasn't something that ruined any moments or days for you. So, okay, good. All right. How was the night then for you and your husband?
Yeah. So we got right over there, and initially I had planned to go see Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
No.
That's right.
No, that's Ride.
Oh.
Is that the one with the birds?
Yeah. That's the Banshee.
No.
You wanted to go see the, you're talking about the bird show? The
Flight of Wonder.
Flights of Wonder, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, true. I never thought of that.
Yeah. So originally when I'd planned it out, there was a 5:30 show, but the day of, it looked like their last show was going to be 4:30, and the drop off for the kids was 4:30. So that was immediately out. So we did not get to do it.
Okay.
So instead we had a fast pass, and we got over there just barely in the nick of time. We were speed walking over to Expedition Everest to make it in time for our fast pass.
Okay.
And I have not done a whole lot of roller coasters in my life, and if I've done any, they've probably been many years ago, probably 15 or so years ago.
But you were determined at Disney World to do them, I'm sure.
I was. I really wanted to. This one was important to me. I felt like I really needed this.
I like that.
When I was a kid, I was also extremely scared of that kind of thing. Not into it at all. But as an adult, I'm a little bit more thrill-seeking than I was when I was younger. So,
Disney World's a good place for that because they're not like over the top. Yeah.
And that's what I did want to do what they had offered, because I felt like it was a little bit safer, or a little bit not so not so intensely scary as some of the other parks have. So anyway, we did Expedition Everest and I loved it.
Oh,
it
good.
was awesome. And I have to say that for me, going backwards is a whole lot easier than going forwards.
Really? That's where I get sick going backwards.
So I don't have motion sickness issues, but for me, like there's being able to see how steep or how much I'm or the anticipation of going down or, that's hard for me.
That's the scary part. Okay.
It's scary because I feel like my body is going forward into the restraints and, you have to have a lot of trust in those restraints. But when you're going back into your seat and it feels so much safer.
Really back into something, then plow into it in the front. Okay.
So, and I never got that pit in the stomach, like when you get that free fall sensation. And I never got that on that ride. I think maybe some people do, but I never felt like I had that. Like even on those flume rides, you get that feeling like you're falling very fast. So anyway, I had so much fun. I would have loved to do it again, but we couldn't fit in another one. So,
did you see the Yeti?
Barely. I saw him very briefly, and only because I knew to kind of be looking for the Yeti.
Yeah.
And when we got into the gift shop at the end, my husband made a comment about there's all this merchandise with a Yeti. And he was like, what's up with the Yeti? And I said, oh, did you see the Yeti? He's like, what Yeti?
Yeah, that's what I say too. I agree. Yeah,
I barely saw it because it was so fast. I mean, it was like you see him for a second or 2 seconds and then, that's it. Was
the light on him? Or did you get the disco Yeti? I don't think.
I think it was.
The strobe light?
Yeah, I think it was a strobe light.
Okay.
And just so brief.
Okay,
so
yes.
It was not so noticeable.
Well, your next Fast Pass was another good one. You hadn't rode this one yet, did you?
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the nice thing is because we barely made our Expedition Everest Fast Pass, we were able to hop straight over to Dinosaur and use another Fast Pass back to back. So that was really good.
Yeah.
And so Dinosaur, that was cool. I enjoyed this one. I made the mistake of sitting on the outside of the little truck or thing that you're riding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was convinced that one of those dinosaurs was going to come eat me.
I was going to say, you didn't get eaten, did you?
I wasn't so sure.
Yeah, I was getting worried there.
Inside, I regret not being on the inside.
You didn't jump out, did you?
The edges would be the ones to get eaten, right?
You get thrown out. I don't want you to get thrown out of the vehicle. That could be a problem there in all those dinosaurs.
So it was fun. I would do it again.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
It was definitely a lot of like anticipation of not knowing what's about to come or where it's going to come from, and kind of exciting.
That's absolutely. I'm having fun listening to a newbie go through these. This is I'm enjoying this. All right.
Well, now the not so fun one.
Primeval Whirl.
Primeval Whirl we did next, and wow, were we underwhelmed with that ride.
Oh, good, because I don't ride it anyway because it makes me sick.
Oh, well.
It just spins.
I was so disappointed with that ride. And considering it has like a 48-inch height restriction on it, it was very jarring and very short and very non-themed, and it just did not feel. My husband and I were talking about how it just doesn't feel like Disney. Like compared to everything else, this just feels like kind of a carnival ride that isn't as well put together. Yeah,
that area, I don't know. Kids love the Boneyard, but
the Boneyard was great.
Sort of in that area, the kids my kids loved that, but that whole area is kind of a waste to me. It's like you said, it's like a carnival at home.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I wouldn't be surprised if they one day reimagine that area.
Yeah, and I love the dinosaur theme, but there's a lot more they could do with it. But Primeval Whirl in particular just didn't have theming. I mean, it was just a ride in the dinosaur area.
Right.
Anyway, just not our favorite, and probably least favorite of the trip.
I'm with you there.
It was and the wait wasn't very long, and so now I kind of understood why. But at least we didn't use a fast pass for it.
That's right. Well, now the biggie.
Yeah, the biggie. So then we jump over to our Flight of Passage Fast Pass. Wow, yeah, that wait time, if you don't have a Fast Pass, is very crazy. Every time we were over there, I was so amazed at how long that wait is and how lucky we felt to just walk right into this thing and have like a 10-minute wait.
Oh, were people just lined up for like, it's like a 3 or 4 hour wait, maybe? Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, at least 3 hours.
Wow.
Every time we went by there, it was at least 3 hours.
Yeah, that's something that people would, yep.
We actually knew someone who was there around the same time as us, and she actually, I guess, waited in for the 3 hours.
I was chatting with a guy this morning. He chats with me every once in a while. Jeff, his name is. And hi, Jeff. And he said he's going to rope drop and he wants to go in the queue for Flight of Passage. And I was trying to say to him, a lot of people are, even rope drop, are having quite a long wait there. So
we had an interesting experience at rope drop. I'll kind of get to that a little bit later, but I don't recommend it. But I think I guess if you plan to get to the park super early and you're one of the first in line, I guess that would make sense.
That's going to be his plan. But he's going to be there in January, so maybe that won't be so bad.
Oh yeah, that could be. Yeah, I wouldn't have.
It's still early, but
yeah. So I do want to see the queue, but maybe I'll wait. Yeah. I mean, who knows when our next trip will be, but maybe it won't be as bad then. I'll see all of that later. But I did not want to wait that long.
No, anyway, I'm with you.
We get into this ride and I don't really know what to expect. So I kind of, for one thing, there's not a whole lot of people can do with ride through videos, but I also didn't want to see anything either ahead of time. So really didn't know. Kind of interesting how you get onto this vehicle type, whatever you want to call it, the Banshee.
Right.
And it is, I've never been on anything like this. And again, I'm very new to virtual reality rides. So up until now, it's been Star Tours has been the only other virtual reality ride I've been on.
Yep.
This is a whole new level of that. Immediately when you kind of take off, I mean, I was just grinning ear to ear. This was blew me away.
Oh, good. I was thinking because you don't get motion sickness, you must have really enjoyed this.
Oh, I did. The immersive, how you feel the wind and the mist. I mean, you could feel it. You feel like you're flying through it, and
the change of speed, right? You go fast, you go slow. You stop.
It's really amazing how they can make you feel like you're doing all that.
Right.
And
like the wings are flapping.
Yeah. It's really incredible. And I wasn't so sure how it would be where it doesn't look like you're on a Banshee, but you really actually interesting. I felt like instead of that I was riding a Banshee, I felt like I was the Banshee because you were hearing the sounds and it felt like you were the one flying, not just riding it. You felt like you were this thing flying through the air.
That's one of the best descriptions I've heard so far. That's awesome. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I was feeling like Lindsay was laughing at me because I was going, I'm trying to enjoy this, but it's hard. It's very immersive. That's a great. Anytime I have something that's flashing by me, that's when I think. But I'm so happy that people are enjoying this attraction and ride.
It was amazing. And now the beginning part, right before you take off, you're linking with this Banshee, and it does something. This thing that connects or kind of holds you in, where it actually tickles you. And this thing was just like, I don't know, doing something that was just, I was cracking up until the point where you take off because this thing was just like very tickling. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't love that part. You feel kind of trapped in this thing and it's tickling you.
Yeah, right. A little too familiar. So I want to hear one of my, I love to hear about the food. So what'd you think of Satu'li Canteen?
Oh, okay. So so we went over to Satu'li and, we used mobile ordering here.
Oh, good.
And we've done this a couple, actually anytime. I was almost convinced that every place we should go, if we don't have a dining reservation, we need to only go to mobile ordering places because it was so easy.
Oh, wow. Good.
So I had put in our request and then I just went on there and said, okay, we're here. And then the food was ready in I don't know, a few minutes. I couldn't believe how fast food was ready. And when, earlier in the trip, when we had kids with us, when we did mobile ordering, they're hungry. When they're hungry right now. They don't want to wait.
Yeah.
And that was always an issue with dining reservations, because there was almost always a 20-minute wait time, even with the dining reservation. That was torture.
Yeah.
But with the mobile
for me
ordering,
too.
it was almost immediate gratification.
Oh, and was it crowded there?
It was pretty crowded. I'd say there were plenty of lines for the regular entrance, but the mobile ordering, you got to bypass everybody.
I am hearing good things. We just had a report come in from Jeff Opolka. He said he did this over at Columbia Harbor House, and same kind of thing. And how when you walk in, you press a button that tells them that you're there.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, it's great reports for that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. We ended up getting the beef with the sweet potato and the chimichurri sauce, I believe it was.
Okay.
My husband got that, and then I got the curry pods and the blueberry cheesecake, which is the infamous blueberry cheesecake that looks so beautiful.
Is it good though? Does it just look good, or does it taste good?
It was amazing. Have you had it?
No, I didn't. Lindsay and I were there for breakfast. We had we were there before it was officially opened, and there was they had for DVC and annual pass holders, you could do, it was a few weeks before it officially opened, but we had a slot for 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning, and we had breakfast. So I'm really excited. That's why I keep asking everyone about this. I'm hearing great things. It looks really good. And so we plan to be
mouth-watering, delicious.
Oh, wow. Good.
And I'm not a fan of blueberry flavoring and things. I like blueberries, but I don't like the flavoring often in them. But I thought it was subtle, and it was absolutely, I could have had another one. I could have had my own. Actually, we shared everything. So, cause I just wanted to try a whole bunch of things. So, I had some of the beef, and I have to say the curry pods were good, but I wouldn't put them in the great category. Those, I think they're
rice bowls,
like the bao buns type things. I've had, I have those around where I live. And so, but that beef, oh my goodness, those like dinner plates, or whatever you want to call them there. That beef was so tender, and the sauce was so perfect. And I actually felt like I was eating the healthiest meal I'd eaten at Disney World, yet one of the most delicious. So.
I like that. That sounds great. I'm excited for that. We're going to do that, I think, the first night we're in Disney World. So we're going to do the same kind of thing. We're going to go check it out at dusk at the Pandora. You were there at nighttime.
Very cool as it started to light up. And we initially got some pictures as we were coming in, some of the photo pass, and they were the light was getting a little bit challenging at that point. I think some of our pictures didn't quite come out.
Okay.
But then after we found another photo pass person who was doing, and they were adding, it was one of these magic shots. They added a bunch of little floaty bioluminescent things. I don't know exactly what they were, but just gorgeous. Much better picture than I could have, captured. I did try to get some pictures with my camera, but it's a little bit tricky lighting, and you can't quite. It's so immersive of how everything lights up at night. Just gorgeous. I was very impressed with it.
Oh, I'm excited for that. That's awesome.
And we happened to be there they were doing a drum ceremony. They had all these drummers out, and that just kind of created a kind of a cool vibe for that whole area, because you could hear everywhere we went. We just heard this drumming coming, So when we stopped to watch them for a little bit, but we were also just kind of walking around that area, and you could hear them from kind of all over, and it was kind of a neat vibe that it gave off, just having those drums going.
Outstanding. I love it. Good description there, Natalie.
Yeah. So then we headed back to the resort. No, we got back. So we left around when they closed. So it was 9, and we didn't really have to pick up the kids until a little bit later. Stop in at Trader Sam's.
Oh, cool.
And get a drink. And what a cool little bar or lounge so we waited a little bit. They didn't have any inside seating available, but we didn't wait too long, maybe 10 minutes or so. They gave us, I don't know if they gave us a pager or they texted our phone, but either way you could walk around, and we ended up going over to the gift shop and just kind of browsing around while we waited. And we sat in there, and I didn't know what drinks actually triggered like things to happen.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually know it initially that you needed to get a signature drink.
Okay.
So we didn't end up getting one. So my husband and I were really only wanted to get one drink. Yep. And I think some of the signature drinks are huge. So we would have had to start with that.
Well, you must have heard the other people getting the...
We did. So we got to see, I think, just about all of them.
Okay.
And we stayed long enough, so we saw them one or more times.
Good enough, then.
It was a lively atmosphere. I think we got spritzed with the water gun at one point. And
oh, yeah, right. That's right. Where did you sit?
It was just in
bar,
kind of on the opposite end of the bar there. So, just kind of in the little... The loungy side on the far end.
On the corner. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
gotcha.
on the corner.
Good.
But it was cool seeing it did feel like you were looking out the window and seeing these volcanoes. And, if that I heard about that new restaurant they're putting in at Epcot, the space themed one. Yeah. If it has that kind of feel where like you're looking out the windows and you're seeing space and it's kind of that immersive, I can only imagine how amazing that's going to be. Or the new hotel that they're going to build that has that
Star Wars.
Type. Yeah. That kind of immersive feel of the windows and everything just kind of is reflective in your environment that you're actually somewhere else. You're not in Disney World necessarily. You're somewhere else for that moment.
That's awesome. All right. We got through the first day.
Yeah.
of the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Let's go into a resort day. You actually slept in, huh?
Yeah, we got to sleep in. We needed it.
And this is, but you had some fun things going on at the resort, right?
Yes. First thing was Ohana breakfast.
Very good.
So we wanted to kind of experience as much of the restaurants as we could at the resort. And I know that Ohana breakfast and dinner are very different things. So we wanted to do breakfast. And so we met Stitch and Lilo, Mickey Mouse and Pluto.
Right.
And the food, it was great. I liked they had this pineapple bread especially. That was great. And the kids liked the Stitch waffles.
They had the pineapple bread for breakfast?
It was different than the dinner bread.
Okay. Because you went to Ohana for dinner already, right? We covered that.
No, we did the next day.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
We haven't gotten to it yet, but it's not I don't think it's the same bread.
No. Okay.
But it's pineapple. They're both pineapple, but I feel like the breakfast bread was sweeter. Now, I could be wrong. I could have been like imagining.
That would make sense.
But I felt like it was more a sweeter bread. Something more, where I felt like the dinner one wasn't as sweet.
All right. Yeah, this has been a popular breakfast when I've talked to people. Mm-hmm. I've never done breakfast there. It's always been dinner for me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was great. I really enjoyed the breakfast.
Very good.
Then after that, we went to the pool, and I thought for the most part my kids would just stay in that spray grounds area because they have a very cool spray grounds type of kiddie pool area.
Yep. It's kind of new. It's like brand new, too. That wasn't there originally.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was cool. And we started there, and it was a little bit, the water was a little bit cool because our trip, for the most part, has been very mild weather. For the most part, it just hasn't gotten super hot. I'd say low 80s most of the trip. Yep. But that means the water, especially in the evening, is cooling off a bit. And so, and we were there a little bit earlier in the day, so it hadn't really warmed up a lot yet. And so it's still not terrible, but it's still a little cool. So not, not, at least us, we're not jumping right in. No. So the spray grounds kind of my kids were a little bit like, oh, it's a little bit chilly over here.
Oh, okay.
But
I went to the hot tub?
No, we went to the zero entry side. I don't know. I think it was me who started walking over there and the kids ended up following me. And I don't know, it was easier to get in the water just in that area. And they love the zero entry. I don't think we have a lot of pools around that have that zero entry, or they don't get to go in them very often.
They don't have the Magic Kingdom behind you either.
It's true. The magic of the Magic Kingdom. And so they were just kind of liking going in the zero entry and playing in it. And my son, so the kids have been doing swim lessons, and that's another big difference where my kids used to be terrified of even getting water in their face, and bath time was always this big issue. Yeah. Now they can go swim underwater, and they're, they're working on proper swimming, and they don't have the fear that they previously had. And so this was kind of a new experience for us to actually have fun at a pool and not have it be some, a little bit of torture or fear mixed in.
And the Disney pools are fun.
Yeah. So my son ended up spending almost the whole time just with his goggles on, his new Mickey goggles, which we got him, just going underwater and in the zero entry area. I think he felt so safe with it being so shallow, and he was underwater most of the time.
This reminds me so much of my son, Ben, my youngest. And same kind of thing, but he discovered he loved the pool in Wildwood, New Jersey when we used to go down there. I'll never forget, he had goggles on like that too, and he would get out of the pool up the stairs, and then he'd jump back in and he'd go up and down, up and down, up and down, like over and over, and like you think like a drowned rat, you know.
I didn't know if we could jump in some of those areas, but he actually does like that kind of thing. We didn't do it that time, but jumping and splashing are very big things for him.
Did everybody try the water slide?
Yeah, so that was the next thing. So I thought, okay, first I'm just going to go try this water slide. I guess it's like this, it's a 140-foot water slide. I go up, and there's a little girl in front of me, and she's asked me if I did it before. I said, no, I haven't done this one before. And she's telling me all about it and and she's little, she's very little. Yeah. And so I'm thinking, okay, this can't be too bad. And then she tells me all about the light. You have to wait for the light to turn green. Right. She's giving me the whole instruction. Tell me all. Yeah. And so I go, and it's dark. You're going through the volcano. Yeah. It's fast. Yeah, pretty fast. And then it kind of dumps you out at the end, and there's a lifeguard kind of keeping an eye on things down at the bottom. And I don't know if this is a little bit much for my daughter. She's kind of new to swimming, and she's never done anything like this. Right. But I thought, but I think she would like it. So, but it was a kind of a big if. So I kind of convinced her. Well, that same little girl who was talking to me the first time I went up ended up being right in front of us again. Yeah. And she started talking to my daughter, and I asked her, how old are you? And she said 6. And my daughter is now 7. So suddenly my daughter is feeling a little bit of pressure here that if a 6-year-old can do it, it must be, she must be able to do it. Yes, competition. Some of those little competition, little social pressures, I guess, are starting to set in at this age. So I thought, okay, that's actually a good thing, because sometimes my daughter needs a little bit of a push to try new things, and this is very new. So we get to the top, and she sits down, and the light turns green, and she freezes. And the other little girl goes to she's like, it's your turn, go, go, go. And she tries to push her. And I tried to hold her back a little, and then finally, of her own accord, she went, and she did it. And no one was down there to catch her at the bottom or like help her. Yeah. She was just going to have to figure it out, but I know she can do it. Turns out she loved it. She probably did it 20 times. She did it continuously until we left. Oh, that's great news. I was so relieved, right? Because we actually discovered, that these water slides and, water park type things, they're fun. Yeah. And it's a little glimpse of the future of other things, we could try. Absolutely. Well, that's another great accomplishment for you guys. Yeah. Now, I like this. I don't know, where did you do the hula lesson? Oh, yeah. So this is right outside of that gift shop in the lobby. Oh, okay. So I think it was like at 2 or 3 o'clock, they do a hula lesson out there. And I did not know this. Yeah. I need to do this. It was cool. So for some reason, my kids were in a bit of a mood and they didn't want to do it. And I said, well, I'm here. I'm going to do it. So I might have been the only adult, but I was going to do it. All right. And my daughter was very happy that she wanted to take pictures. So I was doing the hula lesson and she was taking pictures. So very cute, and it was fun. I hope if we were to go again, that the kids would kind of join me on that one. But they're all wore out from the volcano water slide, and they were in need of a nap at that point. All right. Well, you had a nice dinner also, which is in the resort next door. Got to the dinner, we had to stop and get a Dole Whip. So we had never had a Dole Whip before. What'd you think of Dole Whip? I really liked it. We got one twist and one not twist. And I have to say the twist I liked the best. Okay, yeah. A little vanilla in there, right? Yeah, a little vanilla, a little creaminess. I really like that combination. Anyway, really, really fantastic.
Yes, it's nice they have that at the Polynesian. They got everything at the Polynesian.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you need.
So then, that night we went over to Grand Floridian to have another dinner at 1900 Park Fair. We were running a little bit late for our reservation, so we just took the monorail over, even though it was very close.
Yep, you can walk it. There is a path there to walk.
We ended up walking back.
Okay, I like that walk.
We had to walk off all that food.
That's right.
But this was a highlight. I have to say, like, this is one of my top of our character meals.
Oh, good.
It might even be the top. I'm not. I have to
why? How come? What made this one so good?
I thought the food was all good. It was random, but it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything I didn't like. It's a seasonal food too. I was actually pretty impressed that they had things like pumpkin ravioli on the menu.
Yep.
And other kind of seasonal items.
We were talking, Lindsay and Holly and I were saying, or especially Holly and Lindsay were saying, there's no real theme. It's like all over the place. But the food is.
Yeah, the food is.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all good food, but it's all random. Like there was a curry with butternut squash, salmon, and mussels. It was an odd mix of things, but everything I had was good, and it was the kind of mix of food I kind of like. I probably wouldn't have had that at a single meal, but nothing I didn't really like.
I love buffets because you can just try and eat as much as you want, and there's always something.
And there was definitely something for everybody, no matter what your taste is. There was something for anyone who came.
There you go.
And then the character interaction. I mean, that was just awesome. Prince Charming and Cinderella did a little dance in the middle of the restaurant, and then Lady Tremaine and Anastasia and Drizella, they were fantastic. They were hilarious.
They are great.
So,
they are three of the best characters in Disney World.
Oh yes,
right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Really big highlight.
Did they spend time at your table?
They did. They actually spent quite a bit of time, and I can't remember. Yeah, I'd have to. I know I took a bunch of like little videos when they came over. I have to go back and watch because I don't remember all the things they were saying. But I think one of them, I think it was Drizella, was talking about how beautiful Noelle had a tiara on, and how beautiful her tiara was, and how much she would like to have a tiara, and how Cinderella is a princess and she doesn't even have a tiara or a crown.
Oh,
yeah. So she thought that's so silly that she doesn't even have a crown or a tiara.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought she was the main character that had one of those.
Yeah, she just has that little, I think the little black headband, or very simple.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Drizella, I think it was Drizella, was talking about how if she was a queen, she would have a crown and be.
They're great. Yeah, that is a family favorite there. 1900 Park Fair. Good job.
Yeah, it was great. And then we walked back. We saw the lighthouse that they put in over there, the little memorial, and it was just the whole walk back to the Polynesian was just very leisurely and lovely walk.
Thank you. I love the walks. That is one of my. I talk about that one as one of my favorites. The walk around the lake there, between those two grand resorts. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. And I think we worth even just if we had had a little more time, even walking over there would have been nice. We did actually walk around the Grand Floridian a little bit too, kind of poke our heads in some of the shops and just kind of my husband I think was very intrigued with Grand Floridian. I think he has his eyes set on that one in the future.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's. There's nothing wrong. We've talked. You've probably heard us talk about it. I feel a little out of place there. It's a little high class for me. I think.
Yeah, that's my husband's vibe. He loves that kind.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think. Maybe someday, but not yet. And I think we have to get back to the Polynesian. And there's a bunch of others I think we would want to do.
The Wilderness Lodge. That's more.
Wilderness Lodge. I think that would be fun at Christmas time.
Oh yeah, that's grand at Christmas time. All right, I want to hear one last thing from this day. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorites of all of Disney World. I want to hear your review of the electric water pageant.
That was very cool. I think we talked about this a little bit last time, but it was, I was surprised how loud it was because I was sitting here, like kind of reviewing what we were going to do the next day, making sure my fast passes were in order. And I was on the computer and I just hear this music and it's getting louder and louder. And I thought, what is that?
Exactly. What is that? That's my reaction. What could that possibly be?
Yeah, it's so loud. And so we're like in our room with the door shut and we can hear
right.
You think it's like maybe there's something going on at the lobby or something and some music's drifting over, but it's getting louder.
It's such a corny song too.
So we go out and my kids are asleep by that time, but we watch it, and our view is partially blocked by the bungalows. We can see it, but not terribly well. We can hear all the music, and it was very cool. I think that I would have enjoyed it more if I'd had a better viewpoint for it. If I'd been on the third floor, I think it would have been much easier to see. I think we got in as it was starting to kind of turn away or starting to get towards the end.
Yeah.
At first, we kind of just thought it was some activity going on outside. We didn't even realize that that's what it was.
That's right.
Wow. Pretty neat. We did enjoy it though, and we did hear it a few more times in the trip.
That's right. It comes out a little late at night though too.
It does. So it was very late, and the kids were asleep by then.
All right, let's move into the next day where we are going. Looks like you're going over to Magic Kingdom a little bit.
Yeah, so this was our Princess Day. So we had, so the park opened at 8, and that wasn't extra magic hours. It was a weekend, so it opened earlier. But we had an 8:05 reservation for the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And
like I said, we got this trip packed with stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, and I had wanted to do this more on my daughter's birthday, but it was really hard to get that reservation earlier in the trip. So I was able to get it for later, at least on that morning slot, which is what I had kind of wanted.
Yeah.
So I figure if we're going to go through all this effort of doing something with her hair, I wanted it to last all day and not just be for an evening.
Yep.
So we wanted to get that first reservation, and we weren't worried about rides or anything this morning. This was all about the princess stuff.
All right. And good plan.
So we go in, and they were just starting the welcome show when we got there. And so they actually encouraged us to just go up to the rope inside the castle. So we watched the welcome show from the back, from the inside.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Of the castle.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. It obviously is not the greatest view because they're, doing the show for the people in front of the castle, not for the people in the back. But as the characters came out, they would first turn to all of us and wave before turning out to the big crowd.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, I've heard about this. I interviewed someone else that did this. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it was. I didn't actually know, or we didn't at all plan that, but it was kind of a nice little touch that we felt like we had this little personal viewing area.
Right. Yeah. VIP.
Yeah, kind of neat. Not a great vantage point, so we couldn't see most of what they were doing up there, but kind of cool as they walked out and then came back. And so from there, we went inside, and being that early reservation was great because there's just no wait. They've got plenty of open chairs, and we actually did for my daughter and son. They both got to do it. Because I figured at 4, this is probably the only age that I could probably pull that off.
Yeah.
So
what do they do for the boys?
So they put a little hair gel in, and then they'll give them a little of that pixie dust.
Yeah.
But he didn't want the pixie dust.
Oh, okay.
Actually, he barely tolerated the gel in his hair.
Okay.
Then they just talk to him, and there's a lot of they talk about them being a knight, and then they do this kind of almost like a little ceremony of turning them into a knight, and then they actually give them a shield and a sword.
Oh, good.
And it was actually nice. They're foam for, like this, the kind of thick, but really nice quality, I thought, for a kid's play toy.
Yeah.
It had the Maleficent dragon on the front of it, and
oh, cool.
And my son was thrilled.
Oh, good.
These were the coolest. The shield's almost as big as him. So,
Oh, right.
Well, he's little. He's very tiny. But
I got a sword when I was at Cinderella's royal table. I was very happy.
So we also, we did that later too. And this sword was actually nicer. So we really liked it. And my daughter so they have a bunch of maybe like 10 or so hairstyles for them to pick from. And some of these hairstyles I thought were pretty not so great. But I was going to let her pick whatever she wanted.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah.
She actually picked one I thought was pretty cute. So I was relieved.
She's not getting married, Natalie. It's like say yes to the dress. Sounds like.
Some of his hairstyles get so messy, and I could only imagine taking it out in the evening.
Okay. The things moms worry about. Good. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, I know. Especially when they get complaining about their hair getting tugged and pulled and snarls and things. So
right.
I wasn't excited about some of those hairstyles, but she picked like this braid where they actually wove in some of pink and purple little hair extension things. And she just was completely happy and thrilled about this. And they put a little dragonfly on her cheek and put a little makeup on, did a little nail polish and some lip gloss. And she was thrilled. This was a highlight for her. She loved it.
Oh, good. This is the one thing I still regret that we never did for Lindsay. They probably had it, or we could have dressed her up Lindsay used to pose when she was a little girl like that. Like I got pictures of her posing all the time. And we never, this is the one thing I always like to tell people to do, because I regret we never did it when they were little. So this is good. But we didn't know. We didn't know. We were newbies.
Yeah.
We didn't do 4 years of research.
Well, it was definitely, it was really a great experience. I highly recommend it.
Which
the whole
dress?
atmosphere was awesome.
Which princess did she make up?
She was dressed, so we had her dressed as Belle.
Okay.
So she had a Belle dress, and she wore that dress quite a few times on the trip.
Nice. Oh, really?
So it was a dress we had brought from home.
Oh, okay.
And that's a nice thing. It's much less expensive if you bring your own dress.
Oh, so you could bring your own dress into Bippity Boppity Boutique, and then they just do your hair?
Yep. Yeah, we just dressed her up before we left, for the resort, or before we left for Magic Kingdom. And
cool.
So she was all well and dressed. And
that's a good tip.
And she had we had brought our own little tiara too, which she wore the tiara quite often in the trip as well. But again, they'll put the tiara in the hair for you and everything, kind of style it into the hair. And again, it's just a lot cheaper to do it that way, and you can get something cuter, I think. Well,
you did. The other good tip is you went over to see. You got dressed as Belle, and then went to see Enchanted Tales with Belle, right?
Yeah, so that actually was not part of my plan. I think I had a fast pass for Enchanted Tales with Belle later, but because we were still in such the early morning hours, and I remembered how not busy it was last time we came so early, I thought, well, we have a little time. We actually finished so early because we were one of the first reservations.
Yeah, how long did it take for the hair and makeup?
It was about 45 minutes,
okay.
But I think they were telling me to plan at least an hour.
Yep.
And I think we got done so early because it was only, maybe it was 35 minutes, but we had plenty of time after for our Cinderella Royal Table reservation.
Oh, and that's excellent.
I think normally there's a wait before you get in, but because it was so early in the morning, we didn't have a wait. And I think it was more like 35 minutes. So I felt very comfortable jumping over to Enchanted Tales with Belle, and especially while she was all dressed up as Belle, I thought it was so perfect.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We didn't wait long at all. And so we go in, and it's funny because my daughter was standing on the other side from where I was standing, and when they were picking out all the characters, they picked her to be Chip. And then they came over to me and handed me Mrs. Potts. And we were like, there's a huge crowd of people. And I think it was just coincidence that they happened to pick us for those roles, because they couldn't have known that she was my daughter at the time. She was standing with a bunch of other kids well away from me.
Nice.
So I thought that was cute because, in the little show that you do, Mrs. Potts and Chip do a few things together. And so we were hopping around in this little show together, and
perfect.
It was fun. It was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did Belle think of your daughter dressed as Belle?
Oh, she thought, it was, it was great. It was, I'm trying to remember what she said, but I think they're always little extra attention, when there's that little bit,
right.
When they kind of match the princess. So Yeah, very, very cute.
Awesome. All right, we got to move. We got to keep going.
Yep.
Let's go.
So then we went over to Cinderella's royal table, and we met Cinderella, Snow White, Aurora, Jasmine, and Ariel.
Right.
I thought it was great. My son got a sword, and my daughter got a wishing star.
Okay.
And little extra freebie there, I guess.
Yeah.
And so he was happy. He had 2 swords for the day.
A boy's dream.
Yeah, Noelle got a little birthday cake. Oh, no, she drew a birthday cake. So this was kind of interesting because she drew a birthday cake on the little placemat, and the candles looked funny. And I told her how it looked like Aurora's cake, where the candles were all sliding off, when they were trying to make the cake in Sleeping Beauty, and all the candles were sliding off.
Yeah.
And so I told her, when Aurora comes over, you should show her your picture of all these candles falling off. And she got so much, Aurora just, started talking like she was remembering when that happened and how silly that was, and, how all the candles were just sliding off. And
it's great how the characters know the movie very well, right? And they know what.
Oh, very, yes.
They know what to say that fits in with the story.
It was a nice touch when you can kind of get that little extra with the characters. So nice. I thought that was very sweet. I really liked it. I'd go back.
This was breakfast, right? Obviously.
It was breakfast. I had their stuffed French toast, which was good. And
I've done breakfast
everything
there.
Was good. Yeah. I like the atmosphere in the castle. Just being able to say, you've been in the castle and you've eaten in the castle. It was pretty neat.
Let's hit some of the highlights. You did a ton this day. We'll do another 2 hours, I think. But you did. What was kind of a highlight of? I know your son really liked doing the Toy Story.
Oh, the Toy Story Mania.
We talked about that. Did he like Buzz Lightyear too? Yeah,
so he did. He really did. Now, we thought that Toy Story Midway Mania was much better, but
it's newer too.
Yeah, this one, we wish we had done this one first because we felt a little spoiled by the other one.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a little bit harder to see where your laser pointer was and if you were hitting the things or not. It was a little bit, and I think it was a little harder for the kids to know. But at the same time, I don't think they cared as much, if they were hitting things or not. They weren't at the age where they're like trying to get that, score or something. So it was fun and the kids really enjoyed it. But I'd say definitely wish we had done them in the opposite order so that our expectation wasn't quite so high.
I want to know, one of my favorites is Monsters, Inc. Laugh For. Did you guys enjoy that?
We really liked it. That was very interesting how they do that show and how they can interact with the audience.
Right.
That way. Now, that guy sat directly behind me.
So which row were you in? Were you in the first row?
We must have been first row, because it was second row on the... Yeah, and so the spotlight was over our direction quite often.
Yes. See, I tell my secret. If you want to be that guy, it's like the second row. You got to kind of hang back because you're on the right-hand side facing the stage. Yeah, the right-hand side. Yep, that's where we were. And you got to be on the first row. Yeah, the second row is kind of where they do that guy, which I like to be. So, okay, I'm glad you enjoyed Monsters. It was great. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. And then we went over to be our guest for lunch. And this was cool. So we pre-ordered our food, which is a little bit different experience from mobile ordering. But we were a little confused going in as to how the pre-order worked. But when we finally realized that the big line was actually for the people who hadn't ordered their food. Okay. And that we could actually just walk right in and get our little, I don't know what it was. We kiosk. I think they gave us something. And, yeah. And we went and found a table, and it was so much easier. And I thought wow, that line was really long for that lunch line, and we just bypassed all of it. How did you pre-order? Through the app. It was. Is like the mobile ordering, or is it? It's similar. It's similar, but you don't have the same. It's a little bit different. You don't say that I'm here. You actually check in, and they they just double check your selection of food, I think. Okay. I don't remember exactly, but it's a little bit different than the mobile ordering. Okay. And I think they manually, I would imagine they would move to that mobile ordering. It would make sense. Okay. It was a little different, but
it had the same effect. You got to bypass the line and
nice.
just get straight for your seat.
You know what? Did you wait in any lines? I haven't heard you.
Yeah, later.
Oh, okay. Well, so far you're doing really good, and
Yeah, really. Most of our trip, I was actually surprised at how little we waited in lines. The Big Thunder Mountain, we waited quite a bit because we didn't plan on doing it then.
Okay. That happens. Yeah, I mean, even the experts will wait in a line once in a while.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But we went to the West Wing. I really wanted to sit in the West Wing at least once, so that was a lot of fun to see the picture change on the wall and the rose petal fall and the little bit of lightning. And it was a very cool atmosphere in that room.
Good for you. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to jump a little bit here because I can't wait to hear. You did a resort break after.
Yep.
And you did my Ohana.
Uh-huh. Yep. Ohana dinner.
How did Ohana go for you?
That was great. My favorite of all the food was probably the dumplings. I could just eat the dumplings.
Yes. Is that the same thing as the pot stickers? I heard people call them pot stickers.
Yeah, pot stickers, whatever. Yeah.
I'm hearing raves about the pot stickers lately.
Yeah, I just eat those, but I like them anyway.
The noodles.
So it's not a hard sell for me.
The sauce is good, right?
Noodles are good. Yeah. In the pineapple bread, I really enjoyed. I had shrimp, chicken, a little bit of the beef. Beef for us wasn't. I think was a little bit tough. But everything else was really good, and we didn't have near enough room to eat all the food we wanted to eat. And then the bread pudding at the end was.
Did the kids do any coconut races?
Yeah, so my son did. So most of this trip, when we do princess things, there's some kind of little parade or something, and my son wants nothing to do with it. Actually, he gets very shy around the princesses. He'll be around any character with mask is fine, but the princesses, he's completely shy.
Interesting.
And now with this coconut race, it was the reverse. My daughter she was tired and didn't want to get up and do it. But my son did. And so I thought, okay, this is great. This is, give him a chance to do something,
Yeah.
And so he did. I had to help him a little bit with it, but it was fun. It was cool pushing this coconut around the restaurant. So.
Good. Yeah, it's a fun family place,
Yeah.
It's a nice, relaxed atmosphere, and I think it's great for kids.
I need to go back when we haven't eaten food that day. Eat light.
That's
don't
right.
Eat anything else. Don't have a big lunch. Actually, we had a pretty small lunch, but we had too much food, and
I can see that. Well, did you go out after this too? You went to
we went out to Epcot.
Nice.
We did Seas with Nemo and Friends. We did Turtle Talk with Crush, and then my husband and daughter went over and did Soarin', and my son and I, we kind of hung back and looked at the tanks and while we waited. And then my husband ended up taking both kids over to Japan because we really wanted to get them over to the Japan pavilion, and so they could kind of look at. They're just kind of very interested in Pokemon and other kind of things. So we thought they would really enjoy that little store they have there.
Yeah.
I really wanted to use the kids swap on Soarin'. I really didn't want to miss another what I considered one of the big rides that I wanted to hit. I ended up staying on my own, and he took them over to the Japan pavilion, and they did a little browsing.
Oh, okay.
And then from Soarin', I almost ran over to Japan to meet them in time for Illuminations. I could barely, I was going as fast as I could stand to go because it was really tight. Very close together.
Wow, this was a long day.
Yes.
Nice.
And Soarin' was good. I have to say, again, I'd say that I wish I'd done Soarin' before Flight of Passage, but Soarin' was still really a great ride, but it wasn't quite as immersive as Flight of Passage was. A similar type of concept.
That's an interesting comment because, I always love Soarin' for what it is, but the Flight of Passage is more of a thrill ride. For sure.
But similar, very similar. It's just different. A different atmosphere.
How'd you guys like Illuminations?
I liked it. I had dealt with it was a little bit louder than some of the others, and my son wasn't too thrilled with it. My daughter slept through it, so the kids not so much. And we probably ought to have skipped it.
Yeah.
everybody was tired. And so if you remember in my pre-trip report, I had planned a dessert party for that night, and I had canceled it a couple days before, and it was the right move. I'm glad I did that.
All right. You did cancel something. I was wondering.
I did.
Because it was such a packed itinerary.
We weren't going to get enough time to get stuff done. So, and any of those dining things takes a lot of time, a lot more time even than I realized.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, we're getting down to the last couple of days here, Natalie.
Yep.
I hate that part when you know you're getting down near the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, okay, I think I could go home pretty soon too. Because
yeah, especially at 10 days. I think
you're going all the time.
I don't think I'd want to go for longer than that. I think 10 days is actually, we all were very happy with it.
I think so too. Yeah, I like that. Especially for your first time, you get to really get a chance to see a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the next morning, we went over to Animal Kingdom for the extra magic hour. Yeah. And we were planning on doing rope drop for Pandora. The bus took much longer to come than we expected. And when we got there, I still thought we were 15 minutes before the park opened. And we got in line, and we realized that line was moving already. And so I didn't know for how long it had been already open. Turns out we had pretty much walked up when they were starting to let people in. But it was already pretty crowded, even in that just entrance area. And as we worked our way over to Pandora, they must have been open for a little while, because that line for Flight of Passage was already at 90 minutes by the time we got to Pandora.
Yeah.
All of those people were there for Flight of Passage.
Right.
But we were not. We were there for Navi River Journey because we couldn't get both fast passes. So I thought we'll rope drop Navi River Journey, and then we had the fast pass for Flight of Passage.
Yep. That's good strategy.
We walked on to Navi River Journey. It was awesome. And my kids really loved it. My son, being young and 4, like anything, he always asks me, is it slow? Is there any drops? Like he just he wants it to be slow, and he wants it to not have any drops.
Yeah.
And so it was a perfect ride. He loved it. It was fantastic.
Oh, good.
We finished it. We asked him, do you guys want to go again? Because this is our only chance. And we did it a second time. The second time we waited maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, so we got to do two times, and then I took Noelle, and we went to Flight of Passage, and she barely got that height limit, but they let her in, and I was so excited about taking her on this ride.
Because she hadn't been on it. Yeah, you went on with your husband before.
I did, I went on with my husband, and I knew this would be something she would really like, especially if she likes Star Tours so much. This time it was very interesting because the little bar that goes across your front didn't tickle us at all.
Oh, okay.
I guess it wasn't working on that one, which was fine by me. So we did, and I looked over, I kept checking on her, make sure she's okay, because she also has a little history of motion sickness. So I was, keeping an eye out for that. No trouble, and she was fine, and she was grinning ear to ear.
Nice.
She was laughing.
What a thrill for a kid, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, fantastic. I wish that there was some kind of photo pass thing in there. I think they're missing, or some kind of ride photo or something where they could put you into an interesting background or something. They're missing such a opportunity there so that people can remember it, because you can't take any pictures or anything to really remember your ride.
Well, Disney's always plussing things, so I wouldn't be surprised. Absolutely. Good deal.
Here we went over to Tusker House. We met with Pluto, Goofy, Mickey, Daisy, and my daughter was told she really wanted to meet Daisy, and we hadn't seen her yet. And,
that's a good place. That's the Fab Five for breakfast. That's a great breakfast too, right?
It was fantastic. That was delicious. That was another highlight. I would definitely go back to Tusker House.
Yeah, we enjoyed that one too. You did a lot of breakfasts.
We did, because my kids are very hungry in the morning, and I figured it'd get us.
You filled them up.
Yeah, they'd have to snack a little bit. So they'd have snack first thing when they wake up, and then we'd have a full breakfast, and then not too hungry at lunch. Yeah, so from there we went over and did Fast Pass for The Lion King, and that was a great show.
Yep.
My son is a huge Lion King or Lion Guard fan, so that it had all the characters he loved, and the monkeys in that show were
right. There's a highlight for that.
Fun. Yeah, very fun.
You guys just I'm amazed here at the amount of stuff that you guys did, and I'm gonna push through a little bit here, and you guys head on over to Magic Kingdom, right? And you did the Happily Ever After dessert party.
Yeah,
that's
so. That was, I loved it. I know you guys also did the same dessert party. I'm really glad we did this one.
Because you hadn't seen the fireworks or the show Happily Ever After yet at this point.
Yeah, we hadn't seen it yet. Because there's a lot of Halloween parties going on, so it's not showing as often. We really wanted those good seats, and we're in the garden area.
You couldn't have been hungry, though. Did you eat desserts?
Yeah, I don't think we had much lunch. I don't know. We were probably not super hungry, but all the desserts we had, I really liked. So I liked that they had a little ice cream station and a cookie decorating station for the kids, and it was fun.
So you felt it was worth it? You felt it was worth it?
I did.
Yeah.
I had no regrets about doing that dessert party.
What was the best part? Is it just because you got a great seating? Too?
Yeah, I think that I just didn't have to worry about the seating, and I thought the desserts were great. I thought it was really fun for the kids.
Good.
Yeah.
The VIP seating is really perfect, right?
Yeah, I wish my kids liked fireworks a little bit more. That was
they don't like you said that they don't like the big heavy noises and stuff, right?
Yeah, so they kept my son kept peeling away to see the projections because there were such cool projections. But as soon as any fireworks, he'd hide his head a little bit, and we had the ear protection for him, which helped a bit. So, but it was a beautiful show. I was blown away by the show. Probably one of my favorites that we saw.
Yeah, if you've never been to Disney before and you see one of these shows, it's pretty overwhelming.
Yeah. I'd say my two favorite were the Star Wars show and the Happily Ever After. They're just really well done shows.
Yeah. All right. I think we're down to the last day, Natalie.
Yep. Yeah.
I couldn't believe you did the Halloween Mickey's Not So Scary, right? Halloween party.
Yep. Yeah, that evening. So we did a little bit of downtown Disney in the morning, and then had a little break at the resort. We did actually go to T-Rex for lunch, and I do not recommend it. I thought that was a very disappointing one too.
Oh, okay. That didn't go well?
No. Well, I think it's fine maybe for everybody else, but I had the most underwhelming food.
Oh, okay.
But the atmosphere was totally cool. I love the atmosphere, but the food was so underwhelming.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard too much about that. I know Brian Wall had talked about going there for dinner and had enjoyed it and had recommended it, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe what I got was the issue, but very disappointing food.
Okay.
But yeah, so then later we got all dressed up and we decided, well, we haven't taken the boat yet to Magic Kingdom. Let's do the boat at least once. And so went and stood in line for the ferry. So we were all dressed up. I'd been working on these costumes for several months, and
you learned how to sew just for this night.
I learned how to sew just so I could have costumes.
And you were concerned you weren't going to make it in time too, right?
Yeah, no kidding. It was the 2 nights before we left. I put my costume on and it was too small. And one thing you can fix is too big. Fixing too small is much harder. And I went into panic mode the day before. I finished at 2 p.m. the day before our trip.
Wow, so, talking about cutting it close.
Yeah.
Well,
cutting it really close, but I got that thing to fit me. So.
And what were you guys dressed up as?
So I was Princess Leia from the Ewok Village in Return of the Jedi. It's a little simpler costume than her traditional costume, and a little bit easier for the hot weather to convert for the hot weather. And then my husband was Han Solo, which of all the costumes probably came out the best, and it was also one of the most difficult. All those pockets were killing me. There's like 8 more than 8 pockets.
You really do. You really do love Star Wars.
Yeah, I do. Well, Star Wars theme. So my son was a Jedi, or like young Anakin.
Nice.
And my daughter was Padme, and she pretty much looked at, because they don't know it quite as well, she looked at all the outfits that Padme has and pretty much picked what she thought was the prettiest one, which was her picnic dress in Attack of the Clones as a yellow dress, which she got confused with Belle a lot with that dress, but it came out really nice.
All right. Good job. I gotta send me pictures so I can post in our Facebook group.
Yeah.
Of these for the podcast.
I definitely have a bunch of pictures. And so while we were waiting for this ferry, there was someone dressed as Grand Admiral Thrawn, and so he had all the blue makeup on and everything. We got to chatting with him because you recognize the fellow Star Wars fans, you know.
Did you notice a lot of other guests dressed up for the party?
Oh, lots. Yeah. Good. Lots of people dressed up. Some really cool costumes. Like that Thrawn costume was very neat. So, awesome. And Maleficent and, the fairies, it was just tons of costumes. It was great.
Perfect. Did you do some trick-or-treating?
Yeah. So we actually, so this is when we finished up a Pirate's Adventure, and we wanted to get in line for Moana. We didn't realize that Moana had already started to meet with guests, and we got in line at 6 p.m. and I think she had started well before that. Okay. And and I guess the party technically doesn't start till 7. And they told us it might be an hour and a half. And I'm looking at this line and I'm thinking, this doesn't look like an hour and a half line. Yeah. How wrong I was. And so while we were waiting in line, my husband took the kids and they would go trick or treating. And we actually were with he and the family in front of us. The dads kind of went off they had 2 girls, and so they kind of stuck together and did a bunch of trick-or-treating together. Okay, good. And they did that. So the Moana meet and greet was right at that Swiss Family Treehouse area. Yep. So they also, while I waited in line, they went and did the Swiss Family Treehouse 2 times. So they were keeping busy while I waited in the line.
Oh, jeez. How long was the line?
Chatted with the so it ended up being 2 hours.
Wow. You were
so we saw
devoted.
Yeah, we really wanted to see Moana, and we got to see her at 8 p.m. and she kept having to go find Hey Hey. So, I guess Hey Hey kept getting lost, so there were these 15-minute breaks built into this.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And she's hard to find in the parks. That's like the only place.
Yep.
Wow.
And then
how was the meet and greet?
She was fantastic. She was talking to the kids about how they have to make all their own clothes, and it's made from the coconut fibers, and she was talking about just very interesting, and she was very animated and such amazing. I mean, really amazing character experience, I'd say. I think I hated waiting 2 hours. I am not the type of person that waits in lines.
Me either. I'm with you there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm glad we did it. I don't regret spending the time doing that. I think it meant a lot to my daughter, and I wish she was in the parks more. I'm kind of sad that she's not. I hope next year.
I know, it's such a popular movie. Exactly. We've talked about that. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the parade and the fireworks?
Parade was great. We waited a long time for it to get down to us. We were somewhere down Main Street, and so from the time the Headless Horseman rode down to the time when the parade came was a pretty big gap. The kids were it was almost unbearable for them waiting for the parade. But it was good. And once it finally, at one point they did like this street party while we waited, and what is the Judy and Nick from Zootopia were like out dancing, and Judy came up and gave my daughter a high five. Oh, good. And so it was fun and lots of energy. It was great, and the parade was awesome. We had seen the Festival of Fantasy parade earlier in the trip, and then this one was probably in that same caliber, just with the Halloween theme.
Yeah, they're good point. They're both. I'm glad you got to see both those parades. They're two of the best, right?
Really nicely done parades, and I loved them both.
They're great.
And, we saw the Hocus Pocus show, which was a lot of fun as well.
Stage show, right? Is that a stage show in front of the castle?
Stage show. Yeah. A little scary. So again, for little ones,
it's not so scary. Kids, I thought it's a Mickey's not so scary.
No, I know, but for a 4-year-old, I'd say anything with ghosts and the boogeyman and those kinds of things are a little bit much.
Yeah.
So again, that's the reason I didn't do Haunted Mansion with them. There's a reason. They're a little sensitive.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time, I think. He's just a little young yet. So, but Noelle was engrossed. She couldn't take her eyes off of it. She loved it. So that was definitely a love. And my husband and I really loved it.
Well, this was a great finish for the trip too, right?
It was. I mean, that I was a little concerned about it being like we'd be exhausted by this point, staying out so late. And
yeah.
But it was, I wanted it to be kind of like, I guess we're going out with a bang at Magic Kingdom. And
right.
We also went and got our Sorcerer of the Magic Kingdom party card. So they had the Country Bear Jamboree Halloween card special for the party.
Oh, cool.
So that was really nice. And they're very careful about only getting one per guest.
I'm sure that's a collector's item. I got to ask Lindsay if I doubt that she's got one of those and she loves to collect those. We love the Country Bears, so.
Yeah, it's
What's it got on it? Are they dressed up in some way?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. I think they were kind of dressed up. I mean, it's got a Halloween vibe to it. So.
The Country Bears with the monsters.
Yeah, I'll have to look again. So I don't think there were any monsters, but it definitely had some Halloween vibe. I just can't
monster
remember
costumes.
Yeah, maybe. But it was we've been doing the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom thing, so it was nice to get that card. And,
right.
And then we saw the Happy Hallowishes. The kids were completely asleep by this point.
Okay.
And we completely missed the show. So we were fine. We just let them sleep and we enjoyed the show.
That's right. Well, they did pretty good. It sounds like throughout this whole trip.
And from there, like we let them sleep in the stroller and we just went around and hit every photo pass thing we could find and tried to get all those magic shots.
Oh, good.
They're not in those pictures. They were sleeping in the stroller.
So you definitely took advantage of the photo pass. We got tons of them, right?
Yeah, because there's not a whole lot else we could do with them sleeping in the stroller. That was probably about it by that point. And then we were on our way out. So,
wow,
really fun.
What a fantastic trip you had, Natalie. This sounds... So I've got to ask you then, you did all this planning, 4 years. Let's see, what should I ask first? What did you do wrong? Did you do anything wrong? You sound like, believe me.
Yeah, I had too many. I initially got a 7-day ticket, Magic Your Way ticket, and I wish I had gotten 5 or 6 days for that length of trip.
Oh, really?
Especially with the Halloween party, because the party itself ended up being a day, because it's still a pretty long day. You're just going later in the evening. And so I hadn't planned out to that level of detail, and I had bought the tickets so far in advance to take advantage of the previous year's prices. And I didn't really think about that at that time.
Yeah.
So that was, I think I just had one too many park days.
Okay.
And I would have spent the day at the resort that first day coming in and had some, acclimation time, I think would have been a huge help for us.
We've talked about that even for us old guys. Same thing. Yeah. It doesn't matter what your age is. Disney World can beat you up.
Yeah, and I think it would be really hard to do. I know if I planned this again, I don't know if I'd be able to even hold to this, but I would like another full day to enjoy the resort, or somewhere downtown, or maybe a water park or something. I don't know, but just maybe like 2 days in the park and a day off. Now that could be because I had little kids, but that was just a general,
That's not a bad plan, especially when you're going for 10 days. So what do you think you did right?
Just generally knowing at least the areas I was going to go to, kind of knowing which of the rides had the highest wait times when you don't have a fast pass, and knowing to get to those first, I think paid off in a huge way. Right. I think we were able to get to so many rides just because I had a plan in place, but we did stay flexible and we moved things around when we needed to. So generally knowing, okay, we're going to try and do Tomorrowland or we're going to do Fantasyland. And
you didn't cancel very many meals though, did you? You had a lot of meals planned. Yeah. You really hit them pretty much.
Yeah, we canceled the dessert party. I'm trying to think if we I don't think we canceled much other. Yeah, I think I had a little too many meals, and I don't regret it because I really did want to do those meals.
You wanted to try them all, yep.
Yeah, there was probably only one that I had mentioned last time that I thought was maybe not quite as good as the others. But I feel like I also don't need to go back to all of them. You know, some of them I feel like I might really want to go back to. But I feel like I've done them and, you know, we enjoyed it. And we probably, if we go again, we probably don't need to go to so many. And I'd probably take way more advantage of mobile ordering and just kind of choosing at the time. Those quicker meals, I think, would give us more time in the park to do other things.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this. We've heard what you think. Let's hear what the kids thought.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Hi, geeks. This is Natalie, and I am here with my daughter, Noelle. Say hi.
Hi.
And with Evan. Say hi.
Hi.
And we got a few questions for them about this awesome trip we just had. So my first question was, what was your favorite ride?
I know what was my favorite ride. It was the Banshee.
The Banshee Flight of Passage was your favorite?
Yes.
Yeah. And how about you, Evan? What was your favorite?
Cat.
What was your favorite?
Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh and... Okay, that's it. Bye.
Okay, who was your favorite character that you met?
My favorite character that I met was Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins was your favorite, really? That was a surprise one, too. We didn't even see her. We came around the corner and we saw her and we're like, we have to stop and see Mary Poppins. How about your favorite character, Evan? Who was your favorite character you met?
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh was your favorite?
Yes.
Where did we meet him? We met him at Crystal Palace, didn't we? Yeah. That was pretty fun. And we didn't just meet Winnie the Pooh. We met Piglet. And Tigger. No, we didn't meet Tigger, did we?
He wanted to live at the 100-acre wood.
That's right. That's what they said, that he had to stay at the 100-acre wood that day. Oh, but Eeyore was there.
Eeyore.
We had some.
Eeyore.
Do you guys want to go back to Disney World?
Yes.
Yes. Well, we are so excited someday to go back, especially.
How about the favorite food?
Oh yeah, what was your favorite food?
My favorite food was all the birthday cakes.
All the birthday cakes, because they kept giving you birthday cakes, didn't they?
Because it was your birthday.
Yeah.
Yahoo!
And Evan, did you have a favorite food?
The Mickey waffles.
The Mickey waffles?
That was my favorite food too.
That's a good pick, and also the Mickey ice cream bars was one of my favorites.
It was one of my favorite Mickey bars ever in Disney World.
Okay, let's say bye-bye. Let's say bye-bye. Bye-bye, geeks.
Bye-bye, geeks.
That is so cute. I love that. That is the cutest ending of a trip report I've ever had. and true geek,
so glad to be on.
Yeah, in true geekin fashion, they talked about the food they loved, Mickey waffles and Mickey bars and birthday cake.
Yep, can't forget the birthday cake.
Well, Natalie, thank you so much for sharing your trip with us. And this was a lot of fun. I'm glad you had a lot of fun too.
Oh yeah, this is great. And thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And we'll talk to you next time you go down there to Disney World, and
yes.
You'll fill in the holes.
Yeah. And we have a bunch of them, but it gives us a good reason for going back.
Exactly. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was such a fun trip report with Natalie, and following all her planning and pre-trip report. And then we hear all about the fantastic time the whole family had. I think we may have added some more geeks to the Geekin family. What do you think? And weren't the kids so cute with their audio report? That's so awesome. It's fun to watch the kids grow up, and spending time with the kids at Disney World at this time is so awesome. And I think they're going to have many years of enjoyment down there at the Disney World, like me and my family have over the years. All right, Auntie Judy has a reminder she wanted to pass out to all you guys. She does a lot of organizing behind the scenes, and she does the organization of our t-shirt orders. And we're putting together an order. We like to have at least 12 shirts that we can order before we put the order in, which we have to do for the printer. And if you want to own your own Geekin t-shirt, they are available now to order. We've got a few ready. We've got about half of them ready to go. So if you want a t-shirt, let's get your order in. You can private message Auntie Judy on Facebook. You know Judy Ludwig. Look her up. Or you can email me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. The cost is $22 for most of the sizes. I think the extra large is a couple dollars more. You can go out to our website, geekinonwdw.com, look at the color chart, look all the details about the t-shirt. So if you want to get a t-shirt, Auntie Judy says to remind you guys and get those orders into us as soon as possible. We'll probably be putting an order in the next week. All right, well, I am now an official Fairy Tale Concierge travel agent, along with our good friends EJ Cruz and Jennifer Glambos. And Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency. And if you're enjoying this podcast, just think how much fun it'd be to work with me planning your next Disney trip. We've got lots of experience going down to Disney World and talking with lots of people. We know what works and what doesn't work when you're planning that trip to Disney World. And you can get on the phone with me and we can customize your trip to fit your family needs. We're going to talk with you, make sure we know what you're looking for in a Walt Disney World trip, and then we'll set it all up for you, get you all prepared to have the best and most fabulous time down there in Disney World. If you've not been to Disney World lately, I can really help you save time and money and create a trip plan that will really make your trip a dream come true. Let's get started. There's no obligation or cost to plan with us. Our services are free. And just complete the online quote at geekinonwdw.com/quote. And I'll get in touch with you and we will get started. The best part about podcasting and our show are the friends we meet and the trip ideas we share. I'm so excited. I'm seeing Jeff McCartney and Barry and our good friends Connie and Jennifer Glambos and Holly Burkcase and her mom all meeting up in the parks in the past week. It does my heart so good to see you guys making friends and enjoying the Geekin family. It's so cool. Well, if you want to be part of our Geekin family, I'll give you a couple ideas. You can get involved with our email list. It's called the Geekin Gazette. Each week, I'll send out an email that has our favorite news story from Walt Disney World. It's got a planning or a money-saving tip and something interesting that our community is talking about. When we've got a discount announcement from Fairy Tale Concierge and Disney World, we will let you know, or all the Disney parks and Disney cruises and destinations by Disney. Yeah, we're all connected to that too. So we'll keep you updated on all of that. And when you sign up for our email list, you're going to get a planning spreadsheet that we use to plan and track our days when we take our trips and our ADRs, our fast passes, our park hours, and which park we're in. It's a great way to communicate with each other on the trip. We like to go with a big group of people with friends and family, and we text that PDF to each other. It's on our phone. It's handy to have everything all communicated all together. So simple little planning tool, but we share that with you when you join our mailing list. And we have an amazing Geekin family experience on Facebook. It's a closed and private Facebook group. The geeks, they give me great feedback on the quality of the positive discussion that we've maintained in this group. And a lot of friends have been met through this podcast. If you'd like to be a part of that and you got a passion for Walt Disney World, your vacations, you listen to the show, I hope, and you have a fun and positive attitude, just search for the group on Facebook, request an invite, and you'll get some questions to answer. It's very easy. It's not a test. It's just to make sure I know you are interested in being a member. And once you're inside, please introduce yourself. Tell us about your next trip coming up or your history with Disney World, what you're excited about. Maybe you got a question. We've got a lot of experts there that can answer your questions. We've got a lot of opinions and we can share them with you, and you will have a lot of information for your next trip. Come on in and we all will say hi. If you just want to work with me on email, my email is kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Direct message me on the Twitter @geekinonwdw. We have this fun voicemail. It's called Geek Speak, and the number there is 860-294-4774. Keep retweeting our Twitter posts and our Facebook postings. It's awesome. You guys are sharing our podcast with all of your other geekin' friends. We are just getting lots of interest and people are joining us all the time. It's so cool. It's so inspiring. Thank you so much for telling your friends about the show. I hope all your Christmas preparations and activities are going well. We're doing great. Auntie Judy, Lindsay, and I, we had a really busy weekend. We just completed 4 shows of our Puppitude ministry. I don't know if you just joined the show, you might not know. We do a Christmas tour, I like to call it. It's a part of our church. We've been doing this for over 14 years, and Lindsay's the director. Auntie Judy is a director also of the show. I'm the MC, if you can believe it, and I tell jokes. And we've got a little skit that Lindsay wrote up for me that we do between songs that we sing with the puppets, and they perform for local nursing homes in the area. It went really awesome. I'm so excited. We're a little bit tired though, and we're producing a podcast too. But it puts us in the holiday spirit and Christmas spirit, and I hope you guys are doing that. We're going to be on the road every weekend leading up to Christmas, and I'll post some videos once we record. I think next weekend we're going to record some of those. You can see what we've been up to. I think it's a really cute and awesome ministry that we do. It's so nice to see the residents and how excited they are getting the Christmas story told and brought into their homes. Well, thanks for bringing me into your ears and your homes or your car or whatever it is. We really enjoy having you here. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.